All right, on this episode, we're going to put an intake manifold on Project KARLA. So, hope you bear with me, understand what we do because I'm sick and I'm still doing this. So, no rest for the wicked, but it's what we do for the content for you guys. So, let's get into this episode. Let's get an intake on her and see how it all buttons up and looks. So, we've got a bit ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never off it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Poppin', spitting hot shit. I'm popping, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it.
All right, so I'm in the shed. I've got the fire going so I can stay warm while I film this. I've got one of my favorite shows on, and here I have a table of goodies. Here's the intake manifold that's going to go on it. It's a Holley strip dominator, single plane. I got the gaskets for it, ARP bolts, studs to go on top, gasket, and I've got a 900 CFM blow through carby, all set up for methanol and everything ready to go. So, and I've got a V-drink to get me through this. So, fire, car parts, and everything like that, and we should be good to go. So now I'll get on to cleaning those heads outside because they're a mess, and we will go about bolting all this on. See how we go. Alright, so now that I've got the heads cleaned and everything like that, it was a bit of a shit show. We've got the intake manifold. Now, I did buy this secondhand just purely because I kept getting screwed over by companies saying that they had a big block manifold when they don't. So, this is a Holley strip dominator. It's a 4150 flange. So, what we'll do is we'll put the carby on first before we go mounting this into the car. The lovely Rhiannon from Repco got me in the manifold bolts and everything like that. So what I'll do is I'll put the studs in, and then we can mount this carby and we can start installing it into the car. So what we'll do is we'll Loctite these studs in. Just make sure I get the right thread. Pretty sure it's the coarse one. Yep. Excuse the voice, like I said. I'm a bit crook. Just a little bit. It's just got to hold them in there. Like that. I think I might be requiring some more Loctite soon. I wonder what Glenn's doing today. I'm sure we'll find out in time when I edit one of his videos for him. Hope you guys have been enjoying his build. If you haven't gotten over to the Little Morris, make sure you do. It's a crazy old build. It's pretty cool. So definitely worth the watch, that one. I might just get some pliers. Just nip them down a bit. Like that. Clean off all the excess Loctite. Not that it will really matter, but... So like I said, I got this manifold secondhand. It was black. I did paint strip it for a while to get the powder coating off, because I don't like my manifolds painted or powder coated. I'm a man of simple taste. Alright, so here we have it. I'll point it that way so you guys can see. Get the flange up over the top. Now, KARLA's fuel line comes in on the driver's side, which for the Americans is your passenger side. So I will probably just sit the carby so the fuel is on that side, like that. I think that will work. And then we can button this down now. I should probably find a spanner to fit these nuts. You'd think I'd be prepared. Why won't that go on? There we go. I might just find a spanner now. What do we reckon it is? It'll be Imperial or American, so it could be 3 raccoons worth for as far as we know. It's half inch. Half inch. Oh look, here's one I prepared earlier. Just for reference, Dustin, half inch, not 3 raccoons, mate, on it. Button this down. All right, there we go. One manifold, all done and dusted. Cleaned up the bottom and everything. So that's all good to go. Now, I did weigh the standard manifold, and that came in at 19.7 kilos. So just for curiosity's sake, I might even just measure this one and weigh it and see if it is still lighter than the standard manifold. So let's do that before we go putting this on. All right, so just to prove to you the weight difference, I have the standard cast manifold here still. So these are the scales that we use to weigh the kangaroos when we go in to rescue them, actually. So if I lift this up, hopefully the two zip ties will hold it. There you go, 20.06 kilos. All right, so she's heavy, and I mean heavy. All right, now I'll put on the aluminium one with the carby on it, and we'll see what it comes in at. So that thing is only good for the scrapyard. All right, reset that. I can tell you now it's lighter. So here it is, ready to go. Comes in at 12.5. So that's, what's that? 7.5 kilos lighter. That is insane. That's the manifold and carby done, whereas the other one was just the manifold. So I've saved 7.5 kilos in just removing the stock intake already. Not to mention the flow and everything that this thing's going to produce as well, especially with two turbos on it. So there's a good difference for you. There's a good comparison on. If that doesn't convince you to go aftermarket, I don't know what will. All right, let's get into bolting this thing on. All right, so I've got it all set. I got my elastic for the China rails. I know the Americans don't like using the gaskets here, so I'll run a thick bead of this over it. In a hope to help it seal. This has been sitting a while. I don't know what sort of condition it's in. Probably not very good condition, judging by how hard it is to come out. Soon find out, see what happens. Problem is, being in a little town, everything's shut now. Here it comes. Just want to make sure I get a good bit in the corners. It always seems to be prone where engines leak. Generally where the head meets the block. So Might just put a few little bits here up the top just to hold the gasket in place for me. Like that. Not that that's really working, but anyways, it's on there. Like that. Button it down. All right, I'll button this down, and then we'll take a final look at it, make sure everything's right. All right, so I've got that button down now. It's actually starting to look a bit like an engine. So next up, I'll probably buy the top hat, and I'll start making the plumbing for the 2 turbos. We can get that part completely sealed up, and I will try and find the thermostat housing for it and put one of them on. And then after that, we will make the exhausts. They're just going to go down and then out. And then after that, we will hook up a water pump to it. I don't know if I'm going to go remote, more than likely. So we'll do that next. And then hopefully by then, I can get a single stage oil pump and we can try and get that hooked up and then try and fire this thing. So, yeah, does look good though. I am enjoying it. All right, so that's probably going to do it for this episode. Um, I'm going to go in and try and get some rest. It's been a long time. And like I said, I'm not well. So I just wanted to get this one out so you guys can see. Still dedicated to the cause. So I hope you guys enjoy this channel. It's probably only really short and sweet, but that's fine. Um, like I said, I'm going to try and get the top hat and some pipe work and that for KARLA made up. Get that done and out the way and some more parts accumulated. So I've still got to get the Dodge engine pimped out and everything. So yeah, Glenn's got an episode coming up. There's going to be more Dodge stuff, and yeah, we'll get back into this and keep this one going. This is going to be a bit of a side project though from here on. I just got to get this Dodge at least rolling and that, and then yeah, hopefully I can sell the Land Rover and we'll buy more parts and more parts and more parts. So, all right, that'll do it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you guys following, and it's a really big help to us. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you in the next episode.